Bonjour, French class. Back with another whiteboard activity. Back with another fun time. Let's do this. My cat is like right here. Just like trying to get on the French class. So, like always, when we do our fake whiteboard activity, have some paper out so you can pause the video and write down your answers, or a separate Google Doc tab open where you can pause the video and write your answers. So please, please, please pause the video. This is a good faith effort. Write your answers down. When you restart the video and you check your answers, change your answer if you need to, and then you will turn in a picture of your paper or your Google Doc as evidence. So, question word, practice time. So, I've given you a question in English, who has a pen? And then what of the four ways I want you to use to ask that question. So, we are using inflection to say who has a pen. So, pause the video, write down your answer. So, qui a un stylo? So we have who always at the beginning of the question, followed by the verb, who has a pen. Who has science? So exact same question pattern, now just replacing pen with science. Pause. Vérifiez qui a les sciences. Who has music? Pause. Qui a la musique? There should be a space right there. Qui a la musique? How many pencils do you have? Inflection. So notice it's the same. Dang it. It's the same pattern in English. If you look at your notes, we start with the word for how many, followed by the item, and then the question. Okay, so pause, écrivez. Checking your answers. Combien de crayons? How many pencils? Tu as. Do you have? So that tu as is just you have question mark because we're using inflection. Combien de crayons tu as? Oh, now the exact same question. How many pencils do you have? Except now we're using inversion. So you are writing down the exact same thing, except you are flipping the subject and the verb. Pause, écrivez. Combien de crayons as-tu? So it's the exact same thing. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Except instead of tu as, it's now as-tu. How many pencils do they have? With inflection. Pause. Combien de crayons ils ont? So we just replaced you have with they have. Combien de crayons ils ont? Now the exact same question, how many pencils do they have, but with inversion. So you are switching the subject and verb. Pause, écrivez. Combien de crayons ont-ils? Combien de crayons ont-ils? How many pencils do they have? So now it's that same question, but with esca. So go back to your notes if you need to. Look at where that esca goes in relation to that how many pencils. Okay, pause. Combien de crayons est-ce qu'ils ont? So we always start with the question phrase. So combien de crayons is our question word. Est-ce que is now our question word that goes in the middle. And then that QUE became QU apostrophe. How many books do we have? Inflection. Pause, écrivez. Combien de livres nous avons? Inflection, so it's just we have question mark. How many books do we have? Inversion. Pause, écrivez. Combien de livres avons-nous? We flippy-flopped. Just a few more. When do you have math? New question word, but using inflection. So pause. Okay, so still starting with that question word, quand tu as les maths? When you have math. At what time do you have math? Slightly different question. Pause. À quelle heure tu as les maths? So if you notice, it's very common when you're using a question phrase, like when, where, how many, to use inflection, just because it's a little bit easier, okay? So let's just be done. We're done. Take a picture, turn it in.